on his newly married wife. He discovered an astonishing secret. Every month during her menstrual period his wife could only sleep in the hallway, getting through it with a rag that was as dirty as can be. Laksh was heart-wrenching when he witnessed this scene. For his wife's health, he resolutely walked into a pharmacy to buy sanitary pads. He never expected a pack of sanitary pads to cost a sky-high 55 rupees. That was equivalent to the family's food expenses for several days. Even though Laksh didn't have enough money with him, he didn't hesitate to borrow money from his neighbors to buy it, full of expectation to bring peace of mind to his wife. When Laksh gave the bought sanitary pads to his wife, what he got in return was her scolding.
55 रुपए? लॉटरी लग गई क्या? इसे वापस कीजिए। नहीं, मुझे कुछ सुनना नहीं है। पहले जाके वापस कीजिए और काम पे जाइए आप।
तो तुम ये गंदा कपड़ा इस्तेमाल करोगी?
आप औरतों की बातों में मत पड़ो, हमको पता है।
अरे लेकिन गायत्री तुम्हारी
55 रुपए? ये कोई छोटी चीज नहीं होती। चाहिए, चाहिए, चाहिए।
A family like theirs could not afford such a luxurious item. His wife choked up and refused, insisting that he return it to the pharmacy, clutching that pack of sanitary pads carrying love and reality. Laksh stood in the pharmacy and asked for a refund. The boss refused. Laksh's heart was filled with mixed emotions. This care that started with the purest love, because of the pharmacy boss's refusal, was about to ignite a revolution that would change the fate of millions of Indian women. Laksh took the non-refundable sanitary pads, went to his workplace ready to start working. As soon as he walked in, he encountered an unexpected accident. A colleague's hand was strained by a machine and urgently needed to stop bleeding. At the critical moment, Laksh took out the sanitary pads from his arms to bandage his colleague, then hurriedly took him to the hospital. The doctor praised Laksh's approach. If he hadn't used the clean sanitary pads to stop the bleeding, his colleague's arm would most likely have been lost. Then a tetanus shot was given. His colleague was out of danger. Taking this opportunity in front of the authoritative doctor, Laksh asked the worry in his heart.
मेरी बीवी गंदा कपड़ा इस्तेमाल करती है। ये मुझसे देखा नहीं गया, इसलिए मैं आपसे कुछ पूछना चाहता हूँ।
यहाँ महीने में कम से कम 10 से 12 औरतें आती है अपनी बीमारी लेकर। महामारी के वक्त गंदे कपड़े, पत्ते, यहाँ तक कि राख भी इस्तेमाल करती है। बीमारी को न्योता दोगे, वो तो आएगी ना। बीमारी की वजह से कम उम्र में कुछ लड़कियां बांझ बन जाती है, कुछ औरतें मर भी जाती है। इतना सीरियस है।
His wife's approach was so dangerous, Laksh made up his mind. He must let his wife use safe sanitary pads. Looking at the answer in his hand, the curiosity in his heart grew stronger. Why was something so light sold so expensively? As he thought about it, Laksh couldn't help but tear open one, wanting to see what treasure was inside.
4 आने की रुई और 2 आने की पोटली के लिए दुनिया को 55 रुपए का चूना लगा रखा है।
The answer was surprisingly simple. Laksh turned around and walked to the village market. First he carefully selected a piece of soft white cotton cloth at the cloth stall, then bought fluffy and clean cotton at the next shop. Finally stopped at the vendor stall that repaired bicycles and bought a bottle of glue. He planned to make cheap versions of sanitary pads himself. Laksh washed several large leaves by the river, then spread them on the stones. In the middle of the leaves he wrapped cotton with gauze, finally sealed it with glue. Soon several cheap sanitary pads were made. Laksh carefully wrapped them with the washed leaves, as if wrapping a precious gift. At the seal he pinned a newly picked white flower. It was not just a pack of homemade sanitary pads, but also an ordinary husband's simplest way to offer tenderness and protection to his beloved. His wife was moved by this heartfelt gift wrapped in leaves and flowers, finally agreed to use it. Laksh was overjoyed, as if a big stone had been lifted from his heart. However, the next morning, Laksh saw his wife hanging that familiar rag again to dry. A wave of disappointment came over him. He couldn't help but question his wife, why she was unwilling to try his heartfelt gift. But the truth was, the sanitary pads Laksh carefully made could not prevent leakage at all, instead made a mess. His wife told him to go to work properly and not interfere with her menstrual matters in the future. Laksh stood stunned on the spot. His full enthusiasm was doused by reality. For the sake of family harmony, he had to temporarily put aside this obsession. But fate always lays foreshadowing around the corner.